everybody, Mobile Rager here, and we've got a bit of a surprise thing going on. Season 4 patch notes. So I'm recording this, it's like 12 in the morning, which I'm kind of used to them posting weird morning-esque hours, but normally I hit them afterwards. It sounds a bit earlier, plus it's like Tuesday and the new season doesn't even start for like 2 more days. But I guess this is what we're doing now. Alright, so Season 34 patch notes. What's up, Doc? As we reach the midway point, we're revisiting some of our horrors of the night, so unlikely heroes have the work cut out for them. Bringing the modern age, also doing minor reworks to Prehistoric. Interesting. Prehistoric's a good team. Nice. Stats kind of suck. I mean, their last team released before, what was his name? The Warriors. I'm pretty sure. So, stat line's a little outdated. I'd also like to thank everyone's participation in last month's Team Reworks pool, which turned out was pretty overwhelmingly support of fully introducing the House Party team. What do you know what I get? Because most of the House Party characters aren't really using. Certainly not using Granny. Certainly not using Hector. But, I mean, I voted for Showbiz, because Showbiz were never good. At least when I first started playing the game, House Party was like an actual team you could use. But I get people's angles. Like, they stopped being good around the same time Showbiz was the thing. Plus, OG team and people like the characters. Everything they showed us yet. We're hard at work making that still happen during this year. To prop up healthier competition in the future, we'll also be doing some balance changes to Babyface Finster. Probably better as a arena skill, if I'm gonna be honest. As an innocent looking, definitely not dangerous baby shown time and time again that is a force to be reckoned with. We're also taking this opportunity to explore our options with the entire gangster team. So something to actually happen there, because no way the devs think Rocky and Muxie are actual usable toons. That'd be preposterous. Finally, during this season, we'll be introducing the Wildcard theme. We'll go into further detail in a bit, but bringing back some powerhouses from the past as a part of it, like Wildcard Wolf. I remember him being fun. Sure, I'll take it. I don't know why he's entire theme to himself, unless it's just surprise casino theme. Unless it's surprise no theme. I guess that could also be what Wildcard means. I mean, powerhouses from the past as well as newer tunes kind of seems like all over the place. Check out the changes down below. Keep in mind that these might not be final. The Wildcard themes being introduced this season will feature both newly released and older characters that are Wolverine Sander there, that are not necessarily part of any team but do have viability amongst many of them. These tunes, we hope, will be making their way to a variety of teams, as their design allows them greater flexibility and they're supporting or countering certain strategies. While they weren't designed to synergize with any given team, they should be able to slot in almost anywhere as well wildcards. Okay, so I'm seeing the idea here. Sort of like how, what was his name? Bunny O'Hare was designed as sort of generalist, use them wherever thing. That's kind of the theme that's going on here. We'll be mostly giving this theme to pretty underused tunes. We're not building Wildcard as a team itself, and this does not mean a Wildcard character won't be moved to a team eventually, nor that they will either. As powerful standalone slot-ins, they should already have a home for them amongst any team whenever the opportunity presents itself. For this season, move over Big Chungus, Raider Lola, Scarlet Pumpernickel, and Birthday Suit Tweety, as well as updating their stats and skills. So I imagine these three are getting heavier information than this guy. Since they don't have a unified mechanic, their theme skill grants them general special stats to reflect their generalist nature. Okay, so reworks. Okay, blood count. Appreciate a blood count reworked, because admittedly, compared to Zombie Sam, he didn't necessarily do much. Like, I get they don't want to just copy and paste toons. So, yeah, sort of just duplicate Zombie Sam again. But at the same time, you gotta sort of, you're gonna have him as a replacement. You sort of want him equivalently good in a way. And Zombie Sam's both good on offense and defense. Like, really, what the point I'm trying to get at is sort of like not Queen. I'll think about it. This is a team. I'm trying to make an example of flamenco per se. Right. The only reason people use Tazinski is if they're using their flamenco per se for bullfighters. So the point that I'm trying to get across is, I don't think that's great design to have your sort of replacement toon, as it were, be second place. Now, obviously, Tazinski was not designed as replacement to any of the artist healers, but yeah, I kind of just got boxed out on proxy of not being able to prop up the team's dodge as well as the combo of them would. Okay, at the very front line of an already offense-focused team, boasting Hocus Pocus and crush your damage modifiers, as well as his debuff application. Okay. So this does more damage. Inflicts some debuffs. Yeah, looking at these. You. Grinning hidden. Okay. This is just extra damage, which is nice. I mean, he's single target. Okay, while his team remains in battle and any team member is hidden, all horror team members' attacks leech an additional 5% health and inflict a random stat down. I've noticed they've changed the health steal from. I mean, I guess it's a little confusing. Health steal and steal health are different things. I mean, technically, steal health is just an extension of health steal, but I can understand the different phrasing. Okay, I don't have the theme passive now, which I guess makes sense. Monstein has one. Although the Zombie Sam's gonna have like 6 skills at this point, unless I just don't give him the theme passive. More toons leech 5% health from enemies they damage. Okay, that makes sense alongside this. If I remember right, this is the leadership skill. To our lupine vampire, granting a more heavy-handed weight to his attack stat. Yeah, that's pretty big juice. Better threaten current defenders will make use of his critical bloodlust. Thus receiving additional protection with the silence effect and mostly mortal to better combat other area effects attacks going around hidden. Cool. Bloodlust. A bloodlust is just a regular crit now. Sure. I mean, I guess they realize this is kind of unnecessary. It's on warm up anyway, so you can just have the crit AoE. I think it's otherwise. Yeah, it's otherwise the same. See, sometimes they highlight the changes like this, and then sometimes they just look like this. Like, I mean, they do the contrast, but yeah, still. Like, usually they only list. Yeah, they list the things that they change. guess that's just a mild amount of silence to this. Ralph's about the same. The Mad Dog, yeah, is satisfied. His numbers are good now. Like here with the mobile rager industries, we like healing. Okay, the Mad Doctor is done again. Frankenbeans increases survivability through both defensive stats as well as a longer hidden duration and it's alive. Supporting capability is also getting a boost. Third increase afflicts the switch's healing potency in addition of a cleansing effect. Okay, yeah, got a lot of health on him. Okay, some extra healing, some cleansing, and then the revive. Yeah, that makes sense because I already have the cleanse on the revive, so it's nice to just a little. Okay, 2 near the hidden here, and the same passive. Alright, so Tweesaurus Rex as the leader of the Prehistoric team. We're giving Tweesaurus better support and granting frenzy to his team through buffs to Primal Instinct and extra sharp teeth. Probably just gonna make it and frenzy as opposed to frenzy instead, which I always thought was weird. Like, why? Why would I not want the buffs? This is improving his speed considerably, so he's often in the fray. That's a pretty big speed jump. Also adding warm up to Senzoic Snot, as we did with the other updated area effects. Yeah, let's figure out what they'd probably do with this team. Like I'm sure Radius Runner is gonna get one too. It's a little obnoxious, but I feel this team is kind of their MO, just being able to go lol. Yeah, that's exactly the change I thought they would make. I'd probably give the piercing up to the team, but sure. I like how this changed how this is worded. Specifically the letter I is bold there. The theme scale is sort of just a descriptor. Yeah, not the same. I should probably say the prehistoric toons lose 1 stack of frenzy at the start of a turn, but whatever. Radius, not seeing much changes. Found the warm up to the thing. So found the increased attack stat already makes him benefit a lot more from frenzy compared to the running speed. Such as just turning the knobs a bit to compensate for the adjustments in his teammates. About the same, and this is, not stack based anymore. I don't really think you ever really looped with this. I mean, you kind of stack frenzy, but I don't know, who knows. So, yeah, update Chris warm up as well as the flip limit. Oh, sorry, this actually got changed a lot. Let's flip stat up. Yeah, and the theme skill. Casper receives even larger increase to overall resilience if they extend the time before his sturdy needs to be active as well as seeing a small T can hear Fido. The only cleanse stat downs part of modernizing kit and directing to better target stack downs since his team hasn't been affected by special stat downs. Yeah, I mean piercing down. Yeah, it kinda sucks for him considering like this. That's roughly the same. Okay, that's literally all they changed. Defender Sanders, yeah, okay, so they changed nothing about him. Alright, so Wildcard now. Starting with the bid himself. Our big Chungus is being reworked, has a sizable frontline presence with reworks on all of his skills. There are major changes in all of his skills, generally leading towards a low health, low defense, high health defender with access to max HP, increasing effects, as well as better self-sustained, help support whatever support character is keeping him healthy. It's probably gonna cap his max HP gain though, which I always thought was the funniest part about him. He's never like strictly good, but in battles we could keep him alive. I like seeing 200k health. Alright, that's wrong of me. There. Okay. Yeah, that's a good change. Attack down. Some extra heal power. Cooldown reduction on this. That's the thing. It's once per battle now. Just a little more obnoxious. A little less obnoxious. I kind of prefer it this way. Increase from Chunky Boy. Inflict all enemies. Random stat down for 2 turns. If it was this toon, lower all enemies max health by 5% as well. Oh, okay. Oh, let's look down at Chonkers here. Start a toon. Each of this toon's first 10 turns. Okay, I do question. Why? Well, like, why do it this way? Why not just cap it at plus 100? I'd assumed to stop this from triggering all the time. But, like, we would stop gaining health anyways at 100. The numbers not add up? I don't see how they would. Ah, weird way of going about it. Alright, so let's look at this. It's the same, except it inflicts a lot of attack down. So, yeah, it's kind of nice. This move did kind of suck before. And so that's the damage ramping, so that's cool. And hey, basically lowering the enemy's health every time Chungus takes a turn. It's pretty good. New R&D skill. Extra stats and R&D. At the end of any turn, if this toon lacks taunt, is incapacitated, use such as he. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of a perma-taunt or an R&D, like the other guy. Okay, that's a bit of a niche. I was gonna say something, but I didn't really remember. Okay, and then here's the Wildcard theme skill. Wildcard toons plus 35% lifesteal, debuff resistance, tenacity, critical defense, healing, and recovery. That is a pretty radical set of stats. That's pretty blanket useful. Kind of. They seem mostly defensive. I mean, I guess debuff resistance and tenacity are sort of generally useful. I would consider lifesteal really the only like offense-oriented stat being buffed here. But yeah, sure. Okay, those are probably the most generally useful special stats. Okay. Rita saying a glow up her base design was already as a hidden counter. So you're leaning more into that as well as giving us a critical hit counterplay. She's also receiving more interactions with Temple Trap. Should allow her more versatility as she plays the first few turns of the fight. Okay, so a lot of numbers are here. 105 to target enemy, inflicting 3 special stat down on each enemy. The skill's basically the same, but with the warm-up. Once per battle, unless incapacitated, when this toon falls beyond 25% max health, use this ability on each enemy. So I don't know if that would like trigger once with each damage, or trigger 4 times and just spread spat down, yeah. Stat down, anywhere. In the enemy's turn, unless incapacitated, attack them for damage, removing all hidden, once toon remains in battle. All team members have plus 100% critical defense while any enemy remains hidden. Interesting. So I guess sort of like a anti-horror, anti-outlaw, anti-something else. I'll say big fan of special stat down this kit. I forget this is on a chance for some reason. Yeah, that should be a pretty useful move now. Students plus 5% critical chance for each debuff on their target. Feels kind of unnecessary, at least, or if you're gonna change it to like 10. As two enemies in battle, enemies are inflicted with a random special stat down for 2 turns to start each team member's turn. Alright, it's just kind of a general special stat down machine. Oh, sorry, I made a little kit a long time ago, a rework a while ago. I think I had similar effects going. I'll look at it. Maybe we'll look at it. Okay, let's see if we've got a lot of changes. Okay, so cooldown reduction, warm-up removal, inflict 10 random stat down, special stat down on all enemies for 2 turns. This ability is used on this toon's first turn, gain 50% turn meter as well. Otherwise, this ability, and this was misspelled, that has a 25% chance to stun, silence, or freeze each enemy and reset the cooldown of Temple Trap. I mean, admittedly, kind of missing a 4th debuff type thing for, to round it out. At the same time, the only other thing in the ballpark of stun, silence, or freeze in this game right now is Charm, which is supposed to be exclusive to Heartthrob, so I can see why they're doing it this way. Alright, race the treasure? No. While Alliance Wars' toon has plus 10% stats, while plays on defense, flip 6 buffs on each enemy to start a battle. Okay, so I'm assuming we're kind of jumping around here. So like there'll be a war one, there'll be an arena one. We've seen like here's the Alliance War one, there'll be an arena one. Endurance Tower maybe. Scarlet Pumpernickel has always been designed as a dashing counterattack disabler, and we're still keeping him in that role. He should now have way more access to hidden to keep himself protected, as well as enabling him to have crowd control effects. So maybe the thing will be different while hidden. Interesting, okay. 5 speed buff, health buff. Yeah. I mean, his defense is like basically the same, but the rest of them, good numbers. Okay, inflict damage, defense down for 2 turns of getting hidden. I mean, actually, hidden is nice, but he doesn't do the deny counter anymore. Unless he's gonna like make his entire team uncounterable. I don't see the purpose of this. Okay, so this move inflicts defense down with buffs and sort of these random skills. Or debuffs, I should say. It doesn't do the same damage, but I guess numbers scaling or whatever will be fine. Alright, while this toon is hidden, it has 5%, it has 5 fusing and 5 dodge chance up. So interesting, so sort of a whatever it was called. Crowd control effects. I don't know what the crowd control effects are here. Let's see. So yeah, sort of an aristocrat way of just passively having buffs. You know, the aristocrats, you know, like Countess has taunt, she's gonna have the 5 things. Doesn't matter if you flip them, doesn't matter if you... Well, the deny counter will work, which is... I complained about it getting removed earlier. Alright, whenever this toon attacks an enemy while hidden, first inflict an enemy with deny... Okay. So it's still here. It's just like passively for all of his skills. The game's hidden at the start of battle. Okay. Good change, good change. Alright. Damage to the target. Yeah, it no longer drops as hidden, which is nice. Do damage to target enemy. Moving turn meter. Its ability to use it hidden. It also stuns. Okay, so I guess I have pretty good reroute to Barnacle here. I mean, let's look at this. Once per battle, an ally falls below max health. Hidden sure dodge, so the allies next turn, they heal. Okay, so basically the same, but doing that. I guess it doesn't really get rid of the taunt anymore, but I suppose you wouldn't want that. Like if they were a defender, you'd probably want them getting hit still, because they have sure dodge. And then the Wildcard theme skill. Although, admittedly, no, like a arena skill for him or something? Guess not. Alright, Prehistoric Tweety, we're not redesigning his kit since it's a majorly assist-based character compared with other powerful characters. To ensure a variety of powerful options, they're still updating his stats, making better use of his own tanks, being more survivable. Okay, so it's basically the same. Admittedly, I don't know the point of removing random characters like this from like rural or hero. Because Wildcard's not really a theme. I guess let's make it easier to know, but you'd be able to find them the same anyways. I do wonder how Wildcard would work in war. Would you just be able to use it everywhere? It seems pretty easy to work in arena because you just throw, or like arena or tower, because you just throw Wildcard in every. You throw Wildcard just in every championship season or tower. They're not doing that tower either. Babyface Finster. It's been stable in both defense and offense whenever he's been made available in the arena roster due to the power of his arena-specific game mode skills. Strictly business. Alright, so it's right on the money. Thinking they're going to adjust this. Toning down the skill on both frequency and which buffs it can remove, so longer it disables defenders taunt or other more unique buffs like hidden. Reasonable change. While skills should remain powerful, it shouldn't overtake battles on its own. Yeah, really, Finster's kind of like pre-nerf SPD in a way. Okay, while in arena, this toon has plus 10% stats and once per enemy per turn unless incapacitated. But if an enemy has 10 or more buffs, remove all their stat ups and special stat ups, stunning them. I can see the change here. I feel like this doesn't actually do anything. I mean, it might now, but I feel like you'd have to be putting a lot of work in to get 10 or more non-stat up or special stat ups. For the stack should just be able to trigger like a near infinite amount of times. I mean, maybe there's a loop scenario I'm not familiar with. But in general, it seems like a bit of an unnecessary clause. Okay, well, that is the whole list here. So overall, I consider good changes. I mean, Wildcard's nice for sort of random toons that aren't being used here. Prehistoric buffs, those are cool. And horror buffs, you know, I mean, I'm still not entirely convinced of a blood count, but I guess we'll see with science. Maybe I'll build them, see what's happening. See what's happening with them. Alright, well, I am the Mobile Rager. I'm signing off. Probably get some sleep, even though I'll upload this at like middle of the day tomorrow. Alright, that's all, folks.